Welcome back to the Owatonna Coaches Show. Again, this is a wrestling segment, and we want to thank our wrestling sponsors: Alexander Lumber, Coles Electric, Federated Insurance, Hy-Vee, Jostens, the Colonel Restaurant, Lindgren Photo and Frame, the Owatonna Chiropractic Association, Pizza Ranch, Prairie Ridge Orthodontics, Owatonna Bus Cavalier Coaches, Stoics Plumbing, Sign Pro, Stockwell Accounting, Triumph Graphics, and Truth Hardware for their support of the Owatonna Coaches Show and the wrestling program. Again, my name is Mark Arjes. I'm one of the assistant coaches here and also the Youth First Director, and the show is brought to you by Youth First and the Owatonna Wrestling Association. We just finished up our high school banquet here at the junior high, and I'm excited to chat with a couple of our other assistant coaches. These guys are both not new to the sport of wrestling, but they're a little bit new to our Owatonna High School room, and so I'm excited to introduce you to them and also to get their thoughts. So to my left, I've got Coach Scott Cave. How are you?
I'm doing well, thanks, Mark.
And Tony Glynn. How are you?
I'm very good, thanks.
I'm not going to give you the microphone.
Yeah, good. I'll keep it.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Well, hey, I appreciate it, guys. I know this is kind of an impromptu thing, but I appreciate you taking a little time. So, Scott, tell us a little bit about kind of, not only who you are, but where you're from and kind of your wrestling background, that kind of thing. So, no wrong answers.
Well, I've been involved with wrestling since the second grade. I grew up in Rosemont area. I've been involved in every type of wrestling, from youth wrestling to freestyle to Greco-Roman, and I've been coaching. I wrestled in high school. I wrestled in college, and I've been coaching ever since.
Okay. And you wrestled college, Augsburg, right?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Cliff has some ties there.
Yep.
Okay. And what about coaching background?
Coaching background, I was an assistant coach at Rosemont High School for 5 years, and I also helped out with the youth sports in Rosemont Apple Valley School District in youth wrestling, and also a middle school coach in that same district for 10 plus years.
Just a little bit of wrestling going on in Apple Valley, huh?
A little bit. There's a little bit going on there, yeah.
Good. Well, it's good to have you down here. So, Tony, how about you? Tell us a little about yourself.
This is my 10th or 11th year coaching. I started off in Blooming Prairie as a grade school coach, junior high coach, and then assistant for varsity with Tom Veit when he was down there in Blooming Prairie. I was there 5 or 6 years, and then moved to Owatonna because my wife won out on the deal and and got involved in the youth program up here. And this is my third year with the youth program and first year helping out with the varsity.
Okay.
I wrestled in high school in Blooming Prairie, and 1 year back in college when it was Rochester Community College.
Oh.
And then went in the military for a few years and came back and got involved in wrestling again, and here I am.
Well, good, awesome. Well, it's good to have you guys. So what was it like? What was your impression? Obviously, Owatonna's got a really rich, deep tradition, like a lot of great programs do. And but what was your impression of being in the varsity room this year?
It's hard to explain when you come from a small town like Blooming Prairie to come up here and see the amount of coaches and the support for the program. I mean, the support is second to none compared to where I've been in some of the other places. When you can have one coach for every 2 kids, the abilities are just, the knowledge it's endless. It's hard to believe. Where I came in Blooming Prairie, it was 3-4 coaches for every kid in the whole program, and that's kindergarten all the way through. So it's fun to be a part of, and I love being here.
Yeah, awesome.
It was great, actually. I grew up knowing about Owatonna wrestling. I know about the strong tradition that the wrestling has here. I experienced getting beat up by some of these guys when I was in high school, and I've always had a lot of respect for the program. It was a lot of fun being in the room. Just walking into the room and you look at the wall and the number of state place winners and state entrants and state champions and state team champions. It was pretty exciting. It was a good year.
Good. Cool. So what would be, thinking back here, you got a favorite memory from the year?
I want to say it's probably winning the section team tournament. That was a very exciting tournament. We had some very close duels that we pulled out at the end. Yeah, and it was exciting. A lot of nerve. It was pretty nerve-wracking in the same respect, but it was a lot of fun. And it was fun to see the guys win the title this year.
It's one of those things where I know we've talked as a staff where everybody had to do their job, didn't they?
Yes.
When it's a one-match meet.
Oh yeah,
everybody's got to do your job.
Every single guy was there and was important to the team, and when you have a competition that is that close, every point counts, and the guys came through.
Okay, cool. Favorite memory from the year?
Well, being that I came into it late, because I was mainly helping out with the grade school program, but
yeah.
I'm with Scott. I mean, that team tournament over in Rochester I had a little more hair before that started. it was crazy. I mean, but just being around those kids and seeing how they were such a team, and seeing how much it meant to them to go up to the state tournament, and how good of kids we have here, and the program. I mean, there's a lot of good memories. I don't know if I could just pinpoint one, but that day over there in Rochester was something else.
Yeah.
So
the whole state tournament experience, then kind of being in the background now, being around that, what did you bring away from that?
As a coach, you always dream of, you get opportunities to take individuals up there, but to go as a team and see what that's like, I mean, I hope we do it year after year after year. It's awesome. It's neat to see the looks on those kids' face and how much they enjoy it. And us coaches, I mean, we're like kids when we get up there and get to be involved in all that. You kind of get to relive a few things, but
sure.
Yeah, it's an awesome program.
Yeah. How was your state tournament experience?
Oh, it was outstanding. I will have to echo those sentiments of Coach Glynn. Not a lot of kids get a chance to go to the state wrestling tournament as a team, and I know Owatonna's been there many times, and it was very exciting to be out there, watching the guys wrestle, and going all the way up to fourth place. And I think the guys, everybody wrestled as best as they could, and I'm looking forward to bigger and better things to come, because there's a lot of young kids on the team, and there's a lot of talent. So hopefully we can keep this going. Yeah.
So I know we talked, at least Coach did, and several of you did a little bit tonight about what's the preparation now to keep moving forward. So what's your advice, your 30-second advice to the guys going into next year?
Matches. Get matches in, training. Get in the weight room right now. Focus on core strength. Core strength for wrestling. All the power is in your hips. If you can control the guy's hips, you're going to win the match. And the way to do that is to make your hips more powerful than your opponents. Just being a good citizen. Being good to others, and respecting others, and giving it your all.
Cool. Good. A little advice for the off season?
Hit the weights. Hit the weights.
That seems a lot.
Yeah. It's the biggest thing. I mean, you see a lot of kids that between 9th, 10th grade, and now they're moving up to be juniors and seniors, don't wait, because they'll pass you right by. Now's the time to not second guess yourself. Get out there and do it hard now, because it'll pay off in the long run and make it a lot easier for next year.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, again, thanks, guys. I appreciate you taking some time, and it was great to have you both in the room this year. I think it was a lot of fun, and I think we heard a lot tonight as far as the awards and all those things. It was a great year. So you're a big part of that. So we appreciate you watching the Owatonna Coaches Show, and we'll look to see you on the next Coaches Show. Thanks for watching.